10 Ways to Use Custom System Prompts as a Consultant. A Dan Martell video inspired me to ask Gemini about this. I asked the IBM Granite 8B model on my PC to play devil's advocate on my idea for consulting. It was as quick as ChatGPT and gave me good answers. It can be risky to put proprietary information into cloud models. Being able to run good models on cheap hardware can eliminate this risk. Executive summary. Custom system prompts transform a consulting firm's unique methodology into a scalable engine. They automate high-value logic, such as stress testing strategies via a devil's advocate, mimicking a brand voice, and extracting insights from dense RFPs. By simulating synthetic personas and enforcing a so what editorial filter, firms move from raw data to prescriptive action. Finally, prompts for implementation architecture and compliance monitoring ensure that strategic advice is both operationally viable and legally sound. Article 1. The Devil's Advocate Strategy Reviewer. In consulting, groupthink is a silent project killer. This system prompt transforms the AI into an elite, contrarian board member whose sole mission is to find the cracks in your brilliance. Instead of confirming your brilliance, the AI is instructed to look for survivorship bias, over-optimistic revenue projections, and the incumbent's blind spot. It should question the scalability of your solutions and identify external macroeconomic factors, like shifting interest rates or supply chain fragility, that could render your strategy obsolete. By running your final recommendations through this prompt, you ensure that the first time you hear a difficult question, it's in the privacy of your office, not in front of the client's board of directors. It forces you to move from defending an idea to validating a solution. This prompt should be programmed to use a tone that is professional yet ruthlessly objective, demanding evidence for every assumption made in your proposal. 2. The brand voice ghostwriter. Most consulting firms struggle with the patchwork problem, where a single report feels like it was written by 5 different people. This system prompt acts as your firm's editor-in-chief. By feeding the AI your gold standard documents, you train it on your specific linguistic DNA. Do you prefer utilize or use? Do you start sentences with verbs for impact? Is your tone academic and detached, or punchy and provocative? Once established, this prompt ensures that every piece of content, from a LinkedIn post to a 100-page white paper, sounds like it came from your lead partner. It saves hours of manual polishing and allows junior associates to produce partner-level drafts on the first try. The prompt should be instructed to prioritize specific rhetorical devices you favor, such as the rule of 3 or the use of specific industry metaphors, ensuring your firm's brand identity remains unshakable. 3. RFP, Request for Proposal. Shredder. Responding to RFPs is often a high-stakes, low-margin activity because of the sheer volume of fluff one must navigate. This system prompt is designed to act as a high-speed data extractor. Its primary goal is to bypass the marketing jargon in a client's document and isolate the technical requirements, evaluation weighting, and budgetary constraints. More importantly, it can be programmed to identify gaps of silence, things the client didn't ask for but clearly needs based on the context of the project. This allows your firm to bid not just on what is written, but on the underlying problem the client is struggling to articulate. By automating the extraction of deadlines and deliverables into a clean table, you reduce the go/no-go decision time by 80%. Allowing your sales team to focus only on the bids you are most likely to win. 4. Synthetic customer personas. The best consultants are also the best psychologists. This prompt allows you to create a digital twin of your client's key decision makers. By inputting known data about a stakeholder, their career history, their typical KPIs, and their known professional anxieties. The AI can simulate a Q&A session. You can literally ask the prompt, "I am proposing a $2 million digital transformation. As a CFO who is 18 months from retirement, what is your biggest fear?" This allows you to tailor your presentation deck to address the specific emotional and financial triggers of your audience. If the persona is the visionary founder, the AI will push you for big picture impact. If the persona is the risk-averse compliance officer, it will demand to see your security protocols. This pre-game sparring ensures your pitch hits the mark on the first attempt, significantly increasing your closing rate. 5. Multi-framework business analyst. Standard consulting frameworks are powerful, but applying them manually to every project is tedious. This system prompt is programmed with deep knowledge of SWOT, PESTLE, value chain analysis, and blue ocean strategy. When you provide raw client data, the prompt doesn't just summarize it. It cross-references the data across these multiple dimensions simultaneously. For example, it might find that a strength in your SWOT analysis is actually being threatened by a political factor in your PESTLE analysis. This triangulation of data points leads to more sophisticated insights that a single lens analysis would miss. It provides the architectural drawings of a business problem, showing how different departments and external forces intersect. This ensures your consulting advice isn't just a band-aid, but a structural reinforcement of the client's entire business model. 6. The "So What" editor. The most common client complaint about consultants is, "They gave us 50 pages of charts but no clear direction." This system prompt is a ruthless filter for brevity and impact. Its sole instruction is to analyze every sentence and ask, "So what? Why does this matter to the CEO's bottom line?" If a paragraph doesn't provide a direct insight or a call to action, the prompt marks it for deletion or rewrite. This tool is essential for moving from descriptive consulting, what happened, to prescriptive consulting, what to do next. It forces the AI to translate technical jargon into business value. For instance, instead of saying the API latency is 300 milliseconds, the prompt will rewrite it to say, "Slow system performance is causing a 12% drop-off in the checkout funnel, costing $40,000 per month." This shift in language makes your value proposition undeniable to the client. 7. Meeting to action transformer. Consultants spend half their lives in meetings, yet the most important details often vanish the moment the Zoom call ends. This system prompt is optimized for post-processing transcriptions. It doesn't just summarize the meeting. It performs a semantic audit. It looks for commitments made. "I'll send that report by Tuesday." Identifies unspoken tensions. The marketing VP seemed hesitant about the budget, and flags missing information. The output is a structured Project Pulse report, a table of clear action items with assigned owners, and a red, amber, green status for project health. By automating this, you ensure that following up happens within minutes of the meeting's conclusion, rather than days. It creates a paper trail of accountability that keeps both your team and the client's team on track, significantly reducing project creep and missed deadlines. 8. Regulatory/compliance watchdog. In highly regulated industries like healthcare, finance, or energy, a single oversight can result in a multi-million-dollar fine. This system prompt acts as a specialized legal and compliance layer. You preload the prompt with the specific ground truth documents of your niche, such as GDPR, HIPAA, or Basel III requirements. When you draft a proposal or an operational plan, the watchdog scans the text for potential violations. It might flag that a proposed data sharing plan violates specific regional privacy laws, or that a financial strategy doesn't meet new reporting standards. This doesn't replace legal counsel, but it acts as an early warning system that prevents you from presenting non-viable solutions to your clients. It builds massive trust by showing that your firm is as concerned with safety as it is with growth. Divinu, step-by-step implementation architect. Many consultants are great at what, but terrible at how. This system prompt bridges the gap between high-level strategy and boots-on-the-ground execution. Once a strategy is approved, you feed it into this prompt, which is programmed to act as a senior project manager. It breaks the strategy down into a Gantt chart-style roadmap. It identifies the critical path, the sequence of tasks that, if delayed, will delay the entire project. It estimates the man-hours required and suggests which roles, for example, junior analyst, senior dev, should be assigned to which tasks. It even predicts bottleneck weeks, where resource demand will peak. This transforms your advice into a manual, making it much easier for the client to say yes because they can finally see the path from where they are to where they want to be. 10. The feedback sanitizer. Client feedback can sometimes be delivered with a sharp edge, especially during high-stress pivots. This system prompt serves as a psychological buffer for your team. When a client sends a frustrated, rambling, or overly emotional email, you run it through the sanitizer. The prompt is instructed to strip away the emotional charge and extract the objective requirements. It turns, "I can't believe we're still talking about this. Your team is missing the point and the colors look terrible," into 1. Align the project scope with the original brief. 2. Revise the UI color palette to meet brand guidelines. This allows your consultants to stay focused on the work without feeling demoralized. It also ensures that the response sent back to the client is professional, de-escalating, and focused entirely on solving the problem at hand.